DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. And you know it, it's Monday. And on Monday, I try to do a few tags. And this Monday will be no exception. It's kind of nice. That's why I'm outside. And let's see, what will we do? Today is going to be, I've just finished doing Jasmine's 5-question tag. So, you all know, it's going to be Dave Nicholson's last Saturday 7-question tag. Hi there, Dave. Hope you are doing well. So let's start. Question 1. Ooh, this is a heavy one. Has your greatest fear ever come true? Well, first off, I'm not going to tell you what my greatest fear would be. And thank God, no. That's it. Leave it at that. Question 2. Why do we think of others? Why do we think of others the most when they're gone? Because they're not close anymore. I guess it's just as simple as that. I know that's a very simplistic answer, but if somebody is there, you know that when it's still alive or what, you kind of always feel that, oh well, I'll get to them. Yeah, I'll get back at them, and I'll be able to have that chat that I wanted. And once they're gone, every time you want to say something, they're not there. And I think it's the heart. Maybe the heart does grow fonder with distance, because that is the greatest distance, isn't it? While we're on Earth, isn't it? When somebody is not there anymore. In today's world, there's so many possibilities of communication. That doesn't mean that we communicate better, but there's a lot of possibilities. And there's the soon-to-be defunct Skype, but you know what I mean. There's video conferences of all types. There's text messages, and I'm not even talking about good old snail mail. But there's just so many ways of actually bringing the person into your house virtually that we maybe forget what it's like when a person is far away or gone. But the ones that we've lost, yeah, we do think a lot about them. And why? Once again, I think it's just simply because there's a void. And that void, we fill it sometimes just by thinking about them, remembering them. I've said it in another vlog, and actually in the last tag, last week, my mother-in-law passed away. Well, we haven't thought about her as much as in this last week, for a long time. And why? Because of all the good memories and all the memories that won't be made. Yeah. Okay, I think I've been long enough on that one. Question 3. Oh, this is one we've had before. What is your most beloved childhood memory? Let's see. Let's try and get something. I've said for a few, but let me get a few maybe. I got a lot of good childhood memories. Going fishing in the lake. One really cool childhood memory was on a snowmobile with my dad. We'd leave in this case, I guess it was very early, a Saturday morning. And this was in Canada, so in Quebec in Canada. And we were going towards, we lived in a town, a village called Sutton. And we were going to a smaller village called Glen Sutton. And you had to go up a really steep hill, which is called a pipeline, because there was a pipeline there. Yeah. But when you went up that hill, depending on the time of the year, you never actually knew if you were going to get up there without helping the snowmobile. It was a really hard hill, and especially if you were 2 on the snowmobile. And it was a smaller snowmobile. And I remember us going up and kind of like helping the snowmobile along. And my dad had this big snowmobile, had two treads, and we actually fell over. And later on, after we got up the hill, we were in the woods, and it was very icy, and we slipped, and it fell to its side, and we all both fell off the snowmobile. And then we got back to to the inn in the town called Glen Sutton, and the inn was actually, it was open earlier than it probably would have been because it was also a snowmobiling lodge or something. And I wasn't. Let me say, I was a young enough teenager, and my dad had given me, some beer to drink with him. I mean, I wasn't yet drinking beer in a let's put it this way, in a legal, regular way. And my dad gave me a glass of beer because we'd just gone through something. It was kind of a bonding, Yeah, so that'll be it. That's one of my childhood memories. Okay, question 4. Is it more important to love or be loved? Both. Both. I mean, I almost feel like saying you can pretty well almost only love to the point that you've been loved, because you've learned how to love. I know that sounds kind of trivial, but it actually isn't. People have never been loved have problem loving very often. Both of them are important. It's important for you to be loved, to know what it's to be appreciated, what it is to have somebody think highly and love you. And it's important to love because you should know how to give away something that you've received, which is, well, I was going to say selflessness. And it's something that's, both are important. There's just, for me, there's no way out. Both are important. Question 5. If it all came back to you, would it help you or hurt you? What does that question really mean? I think that it's a good thing to learn from. It's a good thing to learn from mistakes. It's a good thing to learn from success. It's a good thing to learn from challenges. It's a good thing to learn from things that were really easy. So you know something? I think that it's a bit like we just said, both. It will help you. And hurting you, well, no pain, no gain, I guess sometimes. That's one way of looking at things. And the other thing is that it could hurt you because it's things that shouldn't come back to you. I mean, it could be emotions, it could be things like that. So, a bit of both, yeah. Question 6. If you had the chance to go back in time and change one thing, would you do it? What is that rule in time travel? Don't change anything, because it'll come. You'll feel it in the future. So you kind of wonder. I've heard people say, I'd go back and change something that there wouldn't be World War II. Well, probably there wouldn't be World War II as you know it, but there'd be something else. It might be worse. So I guess in reality, the thing is that we don't get travel back in time because we'd certainly, knowing ourselves, knowing human beings, we'd screw it up. So yeah, I guess the best thing is to live every day at the same time, looking forward. And you can look backwards, but it'll stay there where it is. Yeah, okay. So question 7 and last. Oh, another heavy one. If a doctor gave you 5 years to live, what would you try to accomplish? I don't know if I'd bother with a bucket list then. I think that, there'd be a few things I'd probably, the trips that I wanted to do, I'd probably just do them. But mainly, I'd be certain to spend quality time with my family. I really think that would be what I would try to accomplish most. I've heard people on things like that, even in sermons and things like that. It's like I'll go and be a missionary, or I'll go and try and do as much as I can to advance my business and this and that. Well, I think that I would much rather be a good, godly man in my surroundings. Yeah, that's probably what I'd try to accomplish. And if I did that, those 5 years would certainly be worth it, wouldn't they? Okay, is that it? It is. And I'm up to 10 minutes anyway, so that'll be it. Thank you, Dave. DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good week. Bye-bye.